are live.
What is up, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? Yep. Welcome to another episode of What's in Your Tackle. Y'all know me as Kelly, the Bullock Experience. The one that went down to Brian B. this weekend. And to my left over here is Mr. Stan. I had to figure out which way it was. I'm backwards.
There you go. There you
go. The mayor of the community. And then down below is Mr. Bob from Fins and Fines.
Hello, everyone.
So we got 4 people already in the house. We'll start rolling in here a little bit.
I was trying to open a chat window so I can see who's in there and see what's going on in chat. I see James and Lizbella. They're always around. We appreciate them a lot.
Okay, always.
Tell you, they came to the community recently and just took charge and just was supporting everybody. And I just love seeing people like that come on board and just being part of it. And I told them the way they came in and support everybody, they're family now. We love them.
Oh, yeah. I am glad that you brought that up because we got James Kirkpatrick from up the Baltimore way. Mm-hmm. He is taking on John real-time catfishing on a one-on-one battle.
That's gonna be
happening this Friday morning on my channel.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we are.
I wonder who's gonna host it.
It turned out to be me somehow.
I tried to get him to do it tonight. I told him I'd host it tonight on the show if they'd done it tonight.
They're trying to do it in the morning.
Having some storms. They were having storms and stuff up that way, so.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Relaxing frustrations and reeling Raiders. What's going on? Small town. Yep. Basically, guys, that's everybody's in here right now. Basically, tonight's just an open mic night. We're just going to kind of go over some tackle a little bit, just here and there, whoever wants to talk about tackle. I pinned the link up top for anybody that wants to come in. But right now, we've got Stan and Bob up top right now. So, guys, I'll just give it to you guys. You don't start talking about some tackle.
You said Stan, right? You're talking about tackle, Stan?
Either one of us. If you got something you got something there. I know it's talk to tackle, but what I'd like to jump out real quick first. We got Mr. Bob down there, Fins and Fines. For those that don't know, we have an awesome tournament coming up. The Fish-A-Wish Foundation, or the Fish-A-Wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Truly humbled and honored to be part of it. I'm one of the anglers that's fishing in it. So the goal is we're trying to get Fins and Fines. We're trying to get Bob to 1K before that event so that he can. It'll help him just be able to promote that event better, get it out to a bigger audience, get more people involved. That's the big push right now. So Operation Fins and Fines to 1K before the Fish-A-Wish. So
need 67 more. So we're pretty close. Hopefully, it won't need to be too hard of a push.
No,
and
it won't. It'll get there.
Yeah.
And that tournament, Bob, if you want to go over that tournament real quick.
Yeah.
Just so people get an idea of what we're trying to do.
Right. Well, it's going to be September 18th, so we're 2.5 weeks away now. I mean, it's getting there, or less than
getting
2
there.
weeks. No, 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Be streamed on my channel. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and going to have plan to have 8 anglers in it. And we're calling it a tournament, but it's not so much a tournament because they're not so much competing against each other. Anglers actually working together to catch as much fish as we can. I mean, me and my 2 cousins are hosting it, and for every fish caught, we're going to donate money to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've also set up a direct link to Make-A-Wish, which will be posted in the chat box for people to jump in and do a direct donation, and they'll keep track of what's going on. They have a little bar graph, try to see if we can meet our goal and all that. And the whole idea is the more people get in chat that day, the more money's going to get donated.
Absolutely.
I've got buku amount of prizes to give away during chat too. We'll keep people in there, so not only do you get to see some great fishing, you see a great cause, got a chance to win great prizes. I think it's going to be a fun 5 hours on a Saturday morning. A great way to spend it. And it said, there's all money being raised for this event. Every cent will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation, So it's going to be fun. We're looking forward to it.
Excellent organization, definitely. Yeah. Especially the kids side of it and stuff like that. It's been, what I understand, and I followed a little bit. They've done some awesome jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's granting wishes for kids. That's
it's a really cool event, and it's so it's almost impossible to watch one of their videos and see one of those child getting their wishes made and not be touched by it. I mean, you can't do it.
No.
So we're looking forward to it. Got some great anglers involved, and we know they can catch fish, and I want them to catch as much as possible, not too much because then I'll go broke. But we'll see. I think we got money set aside for it. I don't know. I'm just super excited about it. We've been since April, as we started planning this in April, and it's now it's finally here, and if it turns out as good as I think it's going to be, we might do this as an annual event then possibly.
You have a PayPal link set up too?
I've got a just finsandfinds@gmail.com if anybody wants to donate to like tournament costs and stuff, but I don't really for mail and stuff I don't really need a lot of money there. I'd rather people if you want to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, do it that day.
Straight to that link.
Yeah, because we'll have a direct link set up for the Fins and Finds the Make-A-Wish event. When you click on it, it goes right to Make-A-Wish. You'll see our logo, and then they'll show the bar graph how much is donated that day. And we'll just,
that's
awesome.
We
want to see that go up. We'll be putting that graphic on throughout the day, and see how it's going up, and hopefully that give the people the impetus to really let's make this go higher. I'm going to donate, and we're all going to just band together and make this happen. We set the goal of $1,500, and I think we're going to double or triple that. I really expect to.
Oh yeah, I think that's lowballing. I think is what's going to happen. I think when it hits. I think it's going to blow your expectations. I really do.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. And if not, whatever gets raised and donated, it's still going to help a child. It's it's a win-win for everybody involved. It's just. I've got great sponsors. I got these floats from Patriot James. He's mailed me 4 of those to give away. I've got tackle packs coming from Uncle Lou. Patriot James, Patriots floats, and Uncle Lou's my main sponsors in the tournament.
You mentioned 2 great people right there.
If anybody wants to jump in, other sponsors, we'll take them. We'll get more stuff away.
Gotcha.
You mentioned 2 great sponsors right there. Patriot James. He does Wednesday nights at 8 p.m.
Yep.
Patriot Catfishes of America, and those floats, those ghost floats he makes are just on fire. They are awesome. And of course, everybody knows Uncle Lou. Everybody's got some Uncle Lou laying around. They got their.
Heck yeah.
Roger, what's up?
Yeah. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
I'm sitting there getting ready for my show, and I'm for once I'm ahead of schedule, and I thought, man, I'll jump in here.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I haven't announced.
Talking about the Fish-A-Wish.
Yeah, I'm talking about Fish-A-Wish, and I do got Uncle Lou did also donate a rod, so I'm going to be giving a rod away to one angler. And I thought about how to do it and stuff, like which angler catches the most fish that raises the most money, but I want to make it fair for everybody because Mark's Catfish Crappie is such a great guy. He's fishing in it. I know he can't compete with the Potomac River boys, right? So I decided for everybody to have an even chance at that rod, it's going to be whoever catches the most scoreable fish. It's just going to be a numbers game. So everybody's, every angler's got a shot at that. And all anglers involved, I've talked to them. You all know it's not, a competition, but I just want to have something there just to make it a little more fun for y'all, a little smack talking and stuff. But, everybody know at the heart of the matter is everybody's working together to catch as much fish as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's a little incentive, you catch a lot of fish, you may have Uncle Lou's rod mailed to you after that.
There you go. 2 stands. He's up an extra Uncle Lou's rod after last night.
Yeah, I got lucky there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so that Uncle Lou's rod will have J Dog's name on it from now on, and I'm gonna see how many fish I can catch for the J Dog. So there you go. You'll have J Dog fishing in the tournament with us also.
Sweet.
Yeah. I haven't figured out exactly where I'm going to be yet.
And in the tournament rules, I finally got the thing on YouTube today, posted the schedule, and I've got all the anglers links, everybody's links in there is already go. People are looking at that now in the rules, and in the rules, just like a lot of tournaments, you could have a Joey. So if Roger, you want to have somebody with you that's there. I mean, it's still going to be the 3-rod limit just to make things even, but if you want somebody with you that's thinks, hey, this person I want to fish with today, and he could, help pack chat box more, get more people. Let's do it,
Yeah, having somebody looking at the chat and keeping up with stuff helps out a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Becca's going to be pretty much, I'll have a few moderators, but Becca will be the master moderator, to where she's going to control, like we talk about stuff, she'll be posting links and that kind of stuff. And this organization is near and dear to her heart too, and she stepped right up and wanted to take that role. So she'll definitely be in there, and
that's
we all
one
love
thing
Becca
about
to death too. So
that's one thing about this organization is that you'll hear other well-intentioned organizations that have, and you always hear something going on with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's nothing ever but good publicity. It's good. It's one of the best organizations out there and one of the best causes out there. So
yeah, I agree. It's a good one. So I'm looking forward to everybody here doing their part to help them out.
So that's our plan, Roger. We're trying to do the Bob Fins and Fines Operation Fins and Fines to 1K before the tournament.
Yep.
So that he can get the most publicity, get it out there to more people.
Yeah, I just want to access that community tab. That's a powerful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning how to play with it. I've been sharing a lot of stuff up on my community tab. When I see folks going live, we got stuff scheduled up, and try to get as many eyes on that as possible. But way to go getting called out by Kayak Catfish.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's got thousands. He's got unreal amount of followers. I mean, the live stream I was in the other day, he had like 450 people viewing. I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, it just blew me away. And he plugged it so good. And, if nothing was that planned at all, he just saw my name in there, knew I'm doing the tournament, and just nailed that plug. I said, I got to screenshot this and put it up. It was too good. I mean, I've been such a big fan of his for, a lot of years, way before I even knew this community even existed. And I was watching all his videos. So it was, I was just, I don't know. I was giddy about it, the best way to put it.
Yeah. Same with me. Me and Zach, before we did that Mississippi, Alabama trip, I was like, let's go down to Tennessee, man. Let's go down there and fish. Mm-hmm. I know exactly where those holes are. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I dropped the pin already. I was like, these are the spots that are giving up these big fish, especially down on Pickwick. I was like, I got the boat ramp figured out. I know where to go.
Yeah,
let's go. And of course, we did the Mississippi trip, and then went over to Alabama. But it was a good time.
Yeah, I've got.
I think Jesse Lopez is asking where are they at.
Where's what at?
What are they at?
Oh, the spots, Roger.
Fins and Fines. I bet he's wanting to know what how many subscribers you're at right now.
Last I checked, I was at 933.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Larry, 3+1. What's
not
going on?
Yeah, not far off.
No, hopefully,
We got 18. We got 18 people watching. Appreciate you all coming in here. James, Kirkpatrick, appreciate you sharing out the link, especially for Fins and Fines. And I know you shared out Stans and Rogers already. Appreciate you doing that. I was definitely do that.
No, what I'll recommend doing too is, I've done this for a few people. I did it for, when Mark was in the mid 900s, Catfish Crappie. I just took his link. I posted on my personal Facebook page because there's, I'm friends with a lot of y'all in here, but I've got 800, 900, 1,000 friends that aren't part of this community that I know like fishing.
Yeah.
they may like Mark's channel. So I posted on there for, and I don't know how many subs he picked up from that, but if we do this with the community, every time somebody's getting close, start posting it to our personal Facebook page for other people outside the community to see. That could be a good boost for anybody. So,
Bob, the more people we bring into the community, the community as a whole grows. It kind of one person, be some people that come in because they saw one person on live or they saw somebody's video. Well, next thing you know, they'll see them with somebody else, and then they kind of get into that person. And it just, next thing you know, they're in everybody's chats. They're, I can give a good example of that recently. I don't know if I saw them out there or not, but there's a good one right there. Mike's Fishing Home. He's been recently coming into, he kind of got in with one or two, and then it just kind of spread out. So it's great to see him in. Rondell Perry is another one that recently came in and got his wife watching now, Darlene. She's into people's chats, and they're going out. So that it just and that's one of the, I'm glad you brought that up, because not everybody can do super chats, and not everybody can do that. The biggest way that you can help a channel is just like you said, if you're under a K, you can't share it on YouTube, but you can share it on your Facebook. I used to when somebody was live, or like Roger's show or Kelly's show, when they would, right before they would start, I would share it out to Facebook. And sometimes you get some over, sometimes you don't, but just the more times somebody sees that, they're like, you know what, every Tuesday night there's this muskrat guy going live. Who is Stan talking about there? Let me click on this. And eventually they come over. So
and people need to realize what special community we actually have. There's not a lot of YouTube niches, that kind of stuff, that have a community like we have here. That's close. And I was talking to one of my cousins who was helping with the tournament. He doesn't even fish at all, but he likes doing YouTube stuff. And he said, he goes, that catfish community that you're part of, he goes, that's something special. He even realizes that he's not even part of it, but he's what we have here. People outside are recognizing what we got.
They don't realize
this community in this country, and call somebody up nearby. It's like, hey, I'm in hour away from your house. I need a place to stay tonight, and let's go fishing tomorrow. And if they're available, they're gonna come on. There's not many stuff like that where you can do that.
A lot of people don't realize this community is so spread out too. I mean, we're all across the United States, all across over into South Africa, over to the UK, down into Australia, up into Canada. I mean, they don't realize, or over in Hawaii, they don't realize how big we are.
Well, like I said before we went live, I was at the post office today mailing off 3 different envelopes with channel stickers to people in the UK that requested it. We're growing everywhere.
Yeah, the thing is, we've all got these circles. There's circles, on the East Coast, and you got the guys out west, and you got guys all over. And the more we pull each of these circles together and get them start touching, things will start exploding.
Right.
I was on the phone today.
Especially tournaments.
Yeah, especially with tournaments. Gets eyes from all over, and then we get cool ideas. I think the potential of all these crazy tournaments and stipulations and rules, like Stan and J-Dog the other day, hour and a half big fish, hour and a half small fish, and then 2 hours of
most fish.
Small.
Yeah.
You had to bring that up, didn't you? You just had to bring up the rules. I got buried by my own rules.
Apparently, Stan didn't understand that the first half hour was supposed to be small fish, and he went for big
he had it all mixed up.
He had it all backwards.
And the funny part with that is that I'm the one that always promotes targeting of a certain fish and knowing what the tournament is about, and you got to go after what the tournament's about. And I just, screwed it all up. But the one thing about all these is that they are all fun.
But Stan too likes number 2. He likes to come in second place.
There you go.
And even if it's just him and one other person, he's still going to come in second place.
I'll tell you what, if you came in second place in all the tournaments in the country, you'd be the champion.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, the points champion with all points.
Yeah, these other guys, some of these guys win championships, and they might only won one tournament, but they placed consistently in the top, and that's all it took. So consider yourself a champion.
Although I did catch the biggest fish this weekend. So James River did get the biggest fish. I just got it at the time where it didn't count.
They all count. They all count.
Yeah.
Everybody's given so much support for this tournament, though. I've
Martin
just
S. from the UK says we love community.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I've been overwhelmed by the support I've gotten for this tournament, and like I said, I consider myself a little guy and pretty new to this community and stuff, and to see how everybody's just jumped on board and, helping me out, it really touched me,
Abbott is just on me. Stand 2 loves last place.
Yeah.
There you go.
336. I'm doing
That's
better.
how I am when I'm on my pontoon boat, Jesse. I'm on the pontoon boat. A nap's going to happen if I lay down.
Yeah,
I had a pretty bad toothache this weekend. On top of doing the things I was doing, I got a good portion into the bass tournament as the co-host. I had to back out from that with the, but all good now, all better, good to go.
Appreciate it, Brad Cottle.
Got
Brad said, great job for me and you, Stan. Great effort.
Yes, hey, it was. I was going to bring that up. Kelly did a great job. Got his catfish on live out of the way. Got that skunk busted, and
Finally. Yep.
It's only up from there, Kelly.
Yep.
So-
I know. I'm going back to that spot. I am definitely going back to that spot. I'm going to find them.
So, Stan, when is your thing Friday morning? Because I was going to go live, but I might wait till after that. What time's your thing on Friday?
I think that it is. Is James K out there? I know
it's 8 o'clock.
Oh, did he say 8 o'clock?
Okay.
I think that's what it's set for, or what they said online on Facebook.
I know they were talking about doing it 7 a.m. today, and then with the weather. Excuse me. Oh, with the weather, it had to be postponed.
Mm-hmm.
So then I've got the message from. I got the 7 a.m. All right.
Okay.
I got the message from John Parker earlier that it's going to be Friday morning, and he sent the thumbnail for that, so we're going to get that live set up tonight.
Just looking at
Yeah,
David Smith. Yeah, there'll be a link directly to Make-A-Wish posted during the tournament. So, and that's how we want people to donate, because I don't want all this money coming to me, then we have to transfer it over. I think more people will donate if they know that it's going to go directly to Make-A-Wish. Which is
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was one of the questions that I had received.
Yep.
And so what we want to do is any money, any donations that you get for that, save it for that day of the tournament. There's going to be a direct link,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to have a graph that's actually going to show as that money is coming in, going to show where the money is. The graph is going up, so that's going to be great.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's one of the things that people.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but like here's right here, Make-A-Wish's site, and donate now. And there's the 0-1500, and then it's basically just kind of talk about it, and then
Cool.
hit the donate.
So it's got its own separate little page and everything for it.
Yeah, and then
Nice.
If you hit the donate now button, then there's options. You can select a gift amount or do your other amount,
Put in
and
your
then
own amount.
donor information, I guess, for tax purposes, and then you can pay by PayPal or credit card. But yeah, this is directly to Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish Foundation. So that link for that will be posted. Basically, it's going to be pinned to the top of the chat box, so people always have access to it.
That always makes things a lot easier. Just like
Right.
well, just like Kelly did tonight. Got the link up top. My show tonight is actually going to be donated to a fellow guy that local here who fell on some major health problems, and we put together a last minute tournament locally here for him. It's coming up this Saturday, And so the guys that are help putting that together and raising money to help him out, it's all going straight to him.
Yeah, that's a good cause too. Definitely.
Good.
That's crazy, man. The catfish community will rally behind people when they need it. We've all seen it happen 100 times, and
right.
I don't expect your Fish a Wish tournament to be any different. When it comes to people showing support and love. I'm lucky. I've never had anybody in that situation that has been through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but I've heard numerous stories, and we've talked to Becca, and we've talked to other people in our community that unfortunately have had to go through that experience, and it's amazing what they do, and they can't do it for free. I mean, it just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But
right.
Well, and a lot of for anybody that watches the WWE, they do a lot of. They're a real big partner with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. You got two of them. You got two of them right now are fighting over the most Make-A-Wish one now. You've got John Cena right now with the lead. I can't remember. He's done like thousands. I think it was like 3 or 4 or 5,000 something. It's crazy how many he's done. And then I think he's a football player. I can't think of his name, but he's like the next one in line, right behind Johnny. Gave like 2,000 or 3,000. But it's amazing that all these sports guys are really getting into too and making it big time. So it's like if you see it, then it's definitely something worth giving to, especially these kids that's
right
are either got cancer or something that's some kind of an illness that they're not going to be able to do what normal kids going to be able to do.
We all band together. We're a force to be reckoned with. That's just the way it is, and we've proven it.
That is exactly right.
Yeah. Jason Lopez, there you go. Jason Lopez says only 2 charities I give to: St. Jude's and Make-A-Wish.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, there's lots of good ones out there, but I mean, there's, this one here is, I don't know. You get to see so much direct result when you change somebody's life and give that wish. I think I've watched one too many Lifetime specials or something where I've seen it's magic at work, and it's amazing. It really is.
Yep.
Lee Evans is one of them that benefit from everybody pulling together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing so much better now, Lee.
Yeah. And I know there's
he out there went fishing with me.
There's a lot of prayers going out from people too, and I believe in that a lot. So it's been pretty cool seeing that too.
Well, if Kelly doesn't mind, since we brought up prayer, every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m., we do the Bible study called, we were kind of named #Fish Church because everybody's kind of came from the fishing community.
Yeah.
But anybody ever needs a prayer, just wants to come in and read a couple Bible verses with us, we do that every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Eric Burnside's channel. So if you don't want to come in, you want to just send me an email or Eric Burnside or let one of us know, Fish Snatcher, that there's some prayers needed.
Is out there, and they're right.
And JV Outdoors, yep, we will get the.
I kept your seat warm this Sunday, Stan.
What's that?
I said I kept your seat warm this last Sunday.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you. Yes. I was doing that 1v1 and got running so late that I wasn't going to be able to make it. That's awesome. Great job, Kelly. Yes. Kelly's been in there the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's been awesome. We're in the book of Nehemiah right now. This Sunday is going to be Nehemiah chapter 7. So it's going to be fun to get in there and just get into the word. And it's the last couple of weeks, it's really tested to what we are looking at now in our days. too. What we can put to our modern times right now.
Right.
What they've been going through.
We got Kevin from Palmetto Cats is in the house. Eric Burnside just hopped in. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Eric Burnside. He must have heard us
Say hello
talking.
to Miss D. Gotta say hello to Miss D. Hello, Miss D.
Happy birthday to D.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Woo! Miss D turns 29 today. Happy birthday, Miss D.
That's
I was
not
gonna say
Chad's
like
dad.
18. I was gonna say like 18.
I thought Chad threw a
Well-
50 in there somewhere, but that's just
No.
Chad talking.
He's trying to get Chad killed.
Yeah, I think he said something like 59. I think is what he said. But that's what Chad said, not what I said. I said 18.
We all love Dee. She's so nice. And I tell her, I say, every time you see that picture of her, she's got that awesome smile on her face.
It
Oh,
doesn't
without
change.
doubt. Yep.
It doesn't change in person either. So they came up with the meet and greet there.
Well, I got to
Rocky-
make one of those. I definitely got to make one of those. I'm hoping to meet some of y'all in Kansas City at the Catfish Conference.
I won't make that one. I'll probably make the next one at Louisville, but not
I'll be
Kansas
at that
City.
with y'all. I'm gonna be at both.
I will definitely, guaranteed be at the one in Louisville in February.
Okay.
Kansas City's a little bit of a trip for me, but
If I got to come get you myself,
You can come to me and then I'll take you there.
okay.
The Kansas City one, just a couple hour drive for me. That's the close one. But I still like the Louisville one. I've been to that one before. I've already got my hotel set for Louisville.
hey, Stan, the River Warriors are heading back to James River Thursday.
What?
Yep.
After this, even that I said no. When I saw what happened where y'all went and the success you had down there, I'm like, no. Well, that's it. Roger's never coming back to the James River.
Well, it's just going to be Skip and Zach this trip. I got left out on this one. I got to sit this one out. I got stuff I got to get taken care of. But no, Skip and Zach are leaving Thursday morning till Tuesday, I believe. They're wanting to fish the Hopewell.
I want to change subjects real quick.
Go right ahead.
My little girl came in. My little girl is getting into. She's going to do this art program where she's going to show off her art projects. So she wanted me to show them off to you all.
Heck
Well, let's see.
Bring them on.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's the first one.
Wow.
That looks like a big, beautiful
Yeah.
moon up here.
Yep.
I love
And then
all
this-
those stars. That is beautiful.
I wish our
and then
sky
this is
still
the
looked
one
like that.
She just did this one.
Oh, that was
something
really
butterfly.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yeah, she just did that one. So, yeah, she's got to turn in two projects coming up. So that's
I'll
going to
get
be
her
her
A+
2 art
on that.
projects.
Well, very good job.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. Definitely proud of her. It's something that she's been wanting to do since they talked about it. So,
No, those daughters are special. I've got two. My older daughter's been on a mission trip since January. I haven't seen her since January, and she won't be back till November. So I'm
Oof.
missing
that's
her.
my little girl. She's only 9. So
Yeah. Well, my little girl's
she's not
20,
everything there. Yep.
22 now, but my older daughter, I don't know, 28. But yeah, I'm missing her. I said she's in some dangerous areas right now. It's kind of got me worried, but I've just been praying for her a lot. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my girls are grown up. Dad's not cool anymore. I'm done. Yep.
Yeah, I was surprised the last 2 days I picked her up from school. So
that's awesome. Yeah, they like that, that age, and they still come around. They get that certain age where they're like, oh, they don't need anybody, and then they realize they grow up a little bit more, and then they need you.
Yeah, well, I'm my granddaughters are 9 and 11, and just awesome. Had that proud grandpa moment on Stand Day 2 Sundays ago. Had my youngest granddaughter out there with us, at Tiny Smith, as she likes to be called on YouTube, Tiny Smith. But she's like, Little Smith, that's my sister. I'm Tiny Smith.
Yep.
But we went to the bait shop to get eel. They were out of eel. So all we had with us, we had really no bait with us. Went to the spot anyhow. Got some worms. She got out fishing. She caught a bluegill right away. And then 5-10 minutes later, she caught an eel. She knows about, she took the eel off the hook. 9 years old, taking the eel off the hook. And she ended up catching 2 blues that day.
Mhm.
So she caught some bluegills. She caught a couple eels and turned them into catfish. So
That's pretty awesome.
yes, and that's right. I am the coolest man on the planet right now for the next few years, at least. Anyhow.
Well, my oldest daughter, they've been trying for about a year to have a little one. No success yet, so we'll see about that. And the youngest one, she's 16, so she better not get pregnant anytime soon.
You better not be trying. Yeah.
Hey, Whiskers and Stripes, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Philip Williams.
Yeah. we
My
got
little one, my little one's jumped in chat already.
I seen her. She's up there. My art's amazing. Looks amazing.
Yeah, my artwork looks amazing. Yep.
Well, that's good. Man, I keep clicking on comments like I'm going to highlight them over here.
I do the same thing, Roger. I constantly do that. Like
I have to be in control.
Yeah. Miss Eel Catcher.
Mine,
Thank you very much.
so fast I click on one and it's on another thing before I can get hold of it. But yeah.
Hey, pull Kevin's comment up here.
Let me find
Well,
it.
I was going to say, since I've got between the chat and up here, I got 3 of the Fish Wish anglers in here. I'm going to plan on doing a kind of like a little pregame show on the Thursday before the tournament at what time is the bait shop? It's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
So 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. So 7 o'clock Eastern, an hour before the bait shop, I'm gonna try to do a little pregame show. So the anglers that want to be in, jump in. We'll talk about stuff, and we'll kind of go over what's going to happen. Kind of like we did with the Glizzy Masters tournament, Stan. You know how we did that little pregame show? We're gonna do something like that.
So that's going to be the Thursday before the tournament?
Yeah, 2 days before the tournament. And we'll just go an hour before the bait shop, and I'll have once I get it set up, I'll set everybody a link, and anybody who can jump in, and we'll have everybody up there, and we'll talk about the tournament and see what whatever we'll talk about it. Whatever wants to talk about. And it's going to give me also a chance to kind of play with the whole back end stuff, and how all that stuff works.
Yeah, it's not as easy as some people make it look. And
I mean, I've done.
I've been doing it.
Not at the extent where I've got 8-9 windows open and all that. So
I've been doing it for a long time, and even actually ran a few tournaments and stuff, and it's still not easy.
Yeah. So give us a little more practice time, but I think it'd be cool to have that, and have all the anglers up there that can make it, and
Awesome.
That's plan. I'm gonna have that hopefully scheduled here on YouTube here pretty soon for people to set reminders on.
You tell me when and where, brother. I'll be there.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yep. Well, thank you very much, Paul Metal. Thank you for noticing.
Yep.
Yes, it is. I am no longer in the 400s, so that's
awesome.
Definitely dropping down in the 300s. So,
good job.
Excuse me. I'm planning on keeping going. So, thank you.
Yeah, we know you can do it. I see the switch of the diet monitor is going to help.
Let's see. Thank you.
Said something about you all got showed up by 9-year-olds.
That's right. My granddaughter showed us all up. It was Tiny Smith. Tiny Smith caught all the fish, the bait. She even cooked the eggs that morning.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, Sandy Creek. Yeah, my little girl Sky. She's so proud of herself for all that stuff.
Yes, those were some beautiful pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has some artistic talent.
I don't have
She
an
does.
artistic bone in my body.
So Kelly, it must have came from the wife. huh?
Yes.
Takes after mama.
I always call her my wife's mini me because that's her. She ain't nothing like me. She'd be in sports right now if it was for me, but no.
Well,
I
that
didn't get a
was
sports person. I got an artistic person.
that was our my son. Y'all know Stan 3. He's always been in sports and athletic and that kind of thing. And my daughter's always been more band and art and drawing and creative. So we had both sides of that. And I tell you what, as a father, I went to each event. As much as I love football, I went to the band events and everything else with that same amount of enthusiasm. Of course, they treat you a little different when you're in a band event and you're going in there with the painted faces of the school colors, and they don't, really go for as much as you standing up and during their during the performance. So you gotta kind of vary it out a little bit, but
Yeah, absolutely. But Stan and Roger, what is your? I mean, since this is open mic tackle talk, what is your all's strategy and tackle stuff that you're going to set up to use for the Fish-A-Wish?
well,
Go ahead, Stan.
it's funny that you should bring that up because we're talking about a numbers game again. And
if you want to make it a numbers game, I mean, you look at the payouts though. I mean, you'd have to catch 52-pound fish to get the same amount of money as 150-pound fish. Well,
when I say numbers, sometimes we're talking. You can get numbers up in the 10-pound. What I try to do, this is a strategy that I almost always have, unless it is a strictly numbers. If we're talking where the bigger fish, obviously you're not going to catch as many of those. I always try to have a rod out for that.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to have a rod out for numbers. And when I say numbers, I'm talking, the 10-pound range and up from there. But one of my favorite rigs is just a old school. You got just a surgeon's loop up on top. That's a swivel attaches to the main line. It's just your old school double Kentucky rig, dropper rig, high-low rig. What's that?
Where did you learn to tie that rig?
Well, it's funny you should ask that on Fishing with the Chads channel. He has an awesome video out there on how to do that. But that's one of my favorite old school rigs. My twist on that is you can put the sinker down there at the bottom. If you're in a spot where you're running low on sinkers and you're in a snaggy area where, man, I don't want to lose those $2-3 sinkers over there. You just you get a rubber band on the bottom. You get some rocks, few ounce rocks, wrap that rubber band around it, and you don't get much more old school than that.
That's cool.
You could throw that thing into the snaggiest of snags, and all you're talking about is a couple of hooks maybe. And that rig right there is caught me more fish. And then, you just you downsize or upsize your hooks. And that goes, you can do everything from panfish to saltwater to catfish to bass to, I don't care what you're fishing for. That rig right there will catch you fish in any waters, any conditions. And the good thing about that is if it's wintertime and those fish are down at the bottom, you got your sinker right there and you got your bait. Your bottom bait is right there on the bottom. You can adjust it. If it's warmer water, or you got kind of that really mucky where it's algae and got a bunch of junk at the bottom where you don't want your bait buried, well, then all you do is you can just move your bottom line up. So you put it up about a foot up, and then that top hook, you can make this as long or short as you want. That's why that's one of my favorite rigs.
I tell you, I was surprised this week. I was watching Hagen Grubb's video, and the snell knot that I learned to tie from Doc Lang, he threw that out there and plugged my link out in his video this week, and I thought that was pretty cool from Hagen. Yeah, I knew Brad was going to say something as soon as you said that.
Speaking of, that's the video that I just got to make a little while ago. My snell knot video using Doc Lang's snell technique.
There you go.
A little how-to video that I'm going to edit here a little pretty soon.
Good. It's a great knot.
Yeah, it's so easy to tie too. And
yeah,
I mean, look at this thing. I've tied this, I don't know, an hour ago. It's just been sitting there. You can shake that around, no weight on it, and that's not coming loose.
Yeah,
it's so easy to pre-tie your rigs without having them unravel on you with a no-knot snell.
Yeah.
Now with Brad's comment there, I want to verify. I want to clarify. Sinkers. The reason that they have sinkers is because there is sinkers. Obviously, your lead sinkers. It's a more dense weight. It's going to make that better. Almost every situation will be made better by using the correct sinker. And Brad does a great job with them. He has some of the best prices for the best quality sinkers out there. So yeah. But that's one of those old school tricks where you're running out of those sinkers and you're afraid to cast up into somewhere because you don't want to lose some of those beautiful sinkers that Brad makes. That's always just a little trick there. But I would recommend using the right sinkers for the right. There's obviously better suspend sinkers. There's better sinkers for fishing the bank, the coin sinkers or the flat bank sinkers, the drifting sinkers for when you're drifting. And so there's always the best tool for that situation. And Brad has some awesome product.
Absolutely. But the link's at the top, guys. If anybody wants to jump in and kind of say a little bit what kind of tackle they're using, there's Bex from No Real Loss, Dan's Creations.
I will be using some of these this weekend. I'm gonna be at Table Rock Lake pretty much all weekend long, chasing flatheads, and just gonna sit back in a cove, try to get away from traffic, and throw some rods out, and I'll throw some of those Patriot James floats out there, and just see what we can do.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple of those new ones.
Yeah,
and this is another awesome rig, a 3-way rig. You got a short line, depending on how far you want your bait up from the bottom. That's your line for your sinker, up to a 3-way swivel. This 3-way swivels are from Uncle Lou. I like these 3-way swivels better because it's a swivel in a swivel instead of just that circle. That these ones from Uncle Lou, they don't get tangled very easy at all because you've got multiple swivel angles, multiple swivel points, and then it's just on a standard Carolina rig, or you could go to keeping it with Uncle Lou. You could go to with that 3-way rig. You can go to a Sandy rig like this here, where you got your floats and rattles and some other beads and stuff. That's all available through Uncle Lou. That's another very versatile one, because you could also do the same thing. You could from the main line to the hook, you could make that your sinker, and then on the dropper there, that could be your hook. So you can do the same thing with that. Change the depth up off the bottom of your bait, and especially in current, this is a great way to do that. You can keep your bait anchored, and that extra swivel with that one going down, very, very slim chance of your line getting tangled up, and it gives a great movement there with that 3-way swivel. So that's another versatile rig to use.
Yeah. What kind of hook are you running there, Stan?
This hook here, we use Uncle Lou hooks, and usually around a 10-aught, but 8-aught to 10-aught Uncle Lou hooks. That's that one. We pretty much have switched over to if it's on our pole, it's Uncle Lou's.
Yep, that's pretty much where I'm at with everything too. I just like supporting support local, and then you can't get any more local than right here in our community.
Right.
And my sinkers are all the sinkers we have right now are Brad Cottle sinkers.
Yeah,
I gotta get some more big ones from Brad. I don't have any more 12s. I got some 12s, 16s off, and I used them all.
I'm about gone. I think I've got like maybe 4 left of the ones I bought myself. But yeah, I need to get with Brad too to get some.
Yeah. I had a ton of tackle, backlog when I was buying a bunch, but as I need more, I'll be buying, from Uncle Lou and Brad for sure as I replace stuff.
Yeah, we Dale Hayslip met me at the boat ramp one day over at Hoover Reservoir, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, I got a sinker mold for you if you want it." And I said, "Yeah, what you got?" It's a 20-ounce bank sinker. I said,
Woo!
well, I don't know. Hey, I needed 2 of them on the Mississippi last week. 20 ounces wouldn't have held the bait straight down.
Wow.
Oh, I
20
bet.
ounces wouldn't hold it. I could have. I don't know if I might have been able to bump with 20 ounces. That's how fast it was moving.
Well, you've seen those epic videos about the donkey weights,
Yeah, oh yeah.
where it's like the 3-pound weights. And
Those are fun if you're pushing it straight down, but man, casting those heavy weights.
and my broadcast brother Creo there's got some fishing some of that same heavy current water. He's got some weights out there.
Yeah, Brad poured me a 7-pound sinker. That's not a sinker, that's an anchor, man.
Pretty much.
Hey, Beck, how's it going? Good to see you.
He was just helping me out with lead, I believe. But it had an eye at the top and everything. I could use it. I might have worked down there on the Mississippi. I might have been able to down rig with that one, but I don't know if I'd known there was a fish on or not.
That's crazy. But yeah, they make a good kayak.
Especially if your pole's already bending over because of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that brings up a good point is, we talk about what's in your tackle, but one of the biggest things is how to use your tackle. You want to match your tackle to the conditions you're fishing, to the fish you're fishing. If I'm going after some channel cats, and if I'm going to be in one of those spots, or if that's what's in your area, and your big the big fish there might be 8 to 10 pound channel cat, but the majority of them you're catching are in that few pound range. Well, your big 10 and 12-aught hooks are going to be too big for the fish that you're fishing for. I'll even in here in some of the spots that I go to, I know that most of the fish in there are going to be small blues and channel cats. So I'll go down to like a 4-aught. This is an Eagle Claw. This is an Eagle Claw Sea Circle hook, 4-aught or 5-aught, and that's great for catching some of those eater-sized fish. It doesn't damage the fish. Sometimes if you those size channel cats, they can get the 8-aught hook and the 10-aught, they can get it in their mouth. But a lot of times that's where you'll see it'll come up through the eye.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just stick right in that corner. And you can do a lot more damage. The whole purpose of using a circle hook is to do less damage to the fish. Well, you get those bigger hooks out on the smaller fish, and they can do some damage to them. So,
but Mike Costello could hook a half-pound fish with a 7-aught hook and do it multiple times.
You can't.
That was crazy. I was pitching on those hooks like that.
No Real Law says match the gear, especially if you want to have fun with the fight. Yeah,
right.
That's 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been one of the things. That is one of the things I've been saying for a while. We get caught up in the catfishing community, especially us that are around the James River, the Potomac, the Tennessee, the Ohio, the Watts Bar, the Mississippi, the different lakes that have those 40, 50, 60, 78, whatever. Not everybody has that. So
no.
It's about matching your tackle, matching your gear to what you're going after. And my thing that I've said for a while now is it's not the size of the fish, it's the size of the excitement that it brings you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you match your tackle to what you're going after, your excitement level is going to go up a lot more. And be excited. If that 8-pound channel cat is the big catfish in that area, body of water that you're fishing,
mm-hmm.
well, guess what? That's the same thing as me pulling an 80 or 90-pound catfish out of the James River. Be excited about it. Brag about it.
Yeah, the tackle, the rods I bring when I go kayak fishing in my local lake here, that's just got channel cats and a few small flatheads, is not the same stuff I take when I'm on a bigger lake or bigger river where I could catch a big blue. I got rods, and that's why I got so many rods. I had to explain it to my wife why I need this many rods, because it's not just here's 2 catfish rods and 2 bass rods. No, everything has a purpose, and that's why I've got 40 along my wall right now.
Well, guys, I've got some messages coming in for my show tonight, so I'm going to step out. Thanks, Kelly, for letting me tag along for a little bit. I'm going to get stuff.
And that's right. You don't want to miss Muskrat Adventures at 8 p.m. Got an awesome show tonight. We need to jump in there, help out a fellow fisherman.
Yep.
And Rogers, go ahead.
No, I appreciate it, buddy. It's all about one of our brothers in the community. Just needs our help. It's a last minute tournament, last minute thing to try to help this guy out. But the thing is, he needs help now, and we could probably got more participation waiting another week or two. But unfortunately, his financial situation is he needs our help now. So we pulled the trigger and put a tournament together last minute, and we're going to make the very best out of it. And anybody that can help, whether they can come to the tournament, or I'll have the PayPal link in there. Every single dollar that comes in for from now till then will go to him to help him out. And so if you guys got time, stop over and check out Muskrat Adventures here in a little bit. And we're going to shoot the breeze, have a talk with Tommy Long with Minnow Dunkers. You guys have seen him in chat. And Trevor Long, some of y'all met him at the meet and greet. So should have a good night tonight. Should have some fun.
And one thing, after meeting Roger in person, he has a heart of gold, and his heart is huge. So we've, if you meet Roger in person, same thing with me. You're gonna have to expect there's an arm going around the neck, and
yeah. I try to tell everybody right off the bat, hey, I'm a hugger. It might hurt, but I'm gonna hug you.
That's right.
Yeah, all right, guys. I can't wait for February.
Yeah, that's right. Be ready, February.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks again.
Right.
Awesome. See you, Roger.
Roger.
See you a little bit. Appreciate you. All right.
Yeah, Muskrat is awesome. That does not surprise me that he's one of the first people online to help somebody out. He's just an awesome person.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's our good friend.
Jump in, the link's up there. There's Chad, but the link's up there at the top, pinned in. If y'all want to jump in and say hi and kind of give us an idea of tackle you use, you can. But we're going to say here, we're going to talk a little bit more. 35 in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. If you're listening, I figured this out when I've been watching my information off of YouTube Studios and TubeBuddy. A lot of my viewers, and I know a lot of people are too, they're not listening actually on YouTube. They're listening off of other social medias and stuff. So if you're listening off, not actually on YouTube and actually signed in, please go over to YouTube, sign into your Google account, subscribe to the channels, hit that thumbs up, and watch the video and comment to stay on with them, and that way you can see upcoming things. We're losing a lot of our audience that way because they're not going over into YouTube themselves. They're staying outside of it in the other medias.
Right.
Good tip. That's right. We want to have everybody over in the YouTube chat. We want to get everybody's comments out there. We love to call out names. That's,
absolutely.
In chat, when we call out the names, that's like the meeting in person, shaking your hand, getting to know you. You come over and chat, you start chatting it up, just saying hello, and I guarantee you somebody's going to say hello back to you, and next thing you know, you're going to be meeting a bunch of crazy people. And
yeah, I know. Yeah, we had a crazy person over on Bex's 1K giveaway when they did their so they had their little first troll, and apparently that little troll thought that they would be nice and to come over to my channel and threaten me through email and on my channel.
Was that the Is that the guy who didn't want to do a thumbs up?
Yep. Same guy that didn't want to do thumbs up. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he apparently decided he wanted to come over my channel and go onto my videos and threaten me, and then email me threatening emails. So, but hey, I took care of him. We'll never see him again on YouTube.
Good. One thing I didn't mention is, they might have posted in chat, but there is for the Fish Wish tournament, we do have a Facebook page. So, anybody wants to join that?
If any of the mods want to do that, they want to post that Facebook link up for the Fish Wish. Definitely put that up there. Yeah. John Parker's in here, Mr. Real Time Catfishing.
Hey, John.
Join us.
And Bob, if you want to send me the link for that, well, I guess I could get it right off of Facebook. I was gonna say, if you wanted to send me the link for that, I'll post the Fish Wish link in all of our any lives and whatnot that I do between now and then, so we can get some more exposure for it. I'll have your Facebook.
Yeah, I'll go back and add it back into mine.
Okay.
Push it out.
You'll see.
I've got you talking about the I guess the link directly to the tournament that's ready on YouTube now that I got set as a reminder type deal.
Sure, I can talk to you about it. I guess I'll figure it out. I'll get the links up.
Yeah.
Any link that you want put out there, I'll put it in. I'll put it in the descriptions of any lives and stuff that I do from now till then.
Hey, Chris.
Look, there's somebody that has not been over here in my show since day one. What's going on, Chris?
It was your very
very first show, and you were sick. That day. Eating ice cream.
I remember that. I just wanted to come hang out with all these cool people. I wanted to get in while Roger was still here, but I was eating dinner and I didn't get done in time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cool guy done left a few minutes ago. So.
Yeah. I still see
What
three
am
of
I,
them.
chop liver? What am I, chop
I
liver?
still see three of them.
I was talking to Stan.
I used to be cool, but that was in my younger days.
Yeah. I remember one time I was.
You work in retail long enough, you just get grumpy.
Retail and restaurants, it's it'll wear you out.
What do you think I still do?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm still in it. I hadn't left. I've been doing it for 15 years.
I'm still in it too. Working retail pharmacy, that's not fun.
Yeah.
That's not
See,
fun at all.
I'm stocking the shelves out of these Walmarts, Kroger's, all these big brand chain stores. So I'm in and out of them every day.
Yep.
Yeah, I manage restaurants. These mashed potatoes are not mashed enough. What? I've actually had people. I had a restaurant. One of the funniest complaints was this food came out too quickly. We were not done with our conversation yet.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one that my wife told me the other day. She said that a customer there at the restaurant said they were from Texas. They were at a Mexican restaurant. They said they were from Texas, and this food does not have any flavor. I'm like, what kind of food have you been eating then? It's like, I'm like, this is home cooked, made from scratch Mexican food, and you said it has no flavor. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, it's.
We got Brian B. Catfish in the house. What up? What up? Can y'all tell Chad he going down?
Real Time says, "What's beside you, Kelly? Did you buy a fishing trophy?" No, that's actually a shop top, Belgian white neon sign beside me. That's what that is.
So I just want to say to Brian B, I mean, I beat Chad the other day when he and I were out fishing. So, I mean, Come on, Brian. It's not that hard.
I saw that you were putting that in chat, and Chad really just didn't. He didn't want to bring that up. I don't think. I don't think that he missed. He seemed to have missed that comment every time.
He probably just ignores me.
Chad, you have anything to say?
Is
'Cause I know
Chad
you're
in
in
there?
here.
It's Chad. I
Yeah,
saw
he's
him
in
earlier.
chat.
Yeah, I see the Chad and the Brian B both in there. We got the John and Real Time Catfish
Yep.
and James Kirkpatrick out there too. So got some
Yep.
pretty exciting events coming up with them.
Oh, Even though we've got
I mean, he
Bob
was
with Fins and Fines. We got Bob with Fins and Fines on the road to 1K. We also have Chris with Hooks and Hammocks on the road to 1K. He only has to have 135 to get 1K.
be there before you know it.
Who would have
Yep.
thunk, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just it's weird thinking about it. You know, I mean, I think everybody, when you start your YouTube channel, you're doing it because of these reasons over here. But in the back of your mind, you're like, man, it would be nice to hit that 1,000 subs.
Mhm.
And you
Yeah.
kind of set that as a goal, even though you don't really set it as a goal. And then
Yeah.
when you start getting close, you're like, oh, it's actually going to happen. You know?
And the funny thing is, then you're like, all right, let's go 1,500. Here we go. And then, I started the number, that never was even there until I got going. Mine was just, I'm just going to do this, just getting out there. I'm going to put some stuff up, and then you do the lives, and it's like, all right, I'm going to keep doing the lives because I like getting out there every week. And that was all my goal, was just to get me from point A to where I'm going A to B, and I'm going fishing, I'm doing this, I'm getting out. And that was my goal. But then you start, like you said, getting, next thing you know, you're at, 300 people, and it's like, wow, people are watching you and sending comments, and
Yeah.
I can't wait for stand day, and you get these other things, and I want to, what's the next time, and I watch all your stuff, and then you're at 5, 6, 7, you're like, this is crazy. And then that's when it was like, man, this is nuts. And then you meet people.
Yep.
You go out and meet, like Chris, you've done a great job of that, going out and meeting some wonderful, awesome people across the country.
We're going to keep doing it too.
Kudos to you for that. I hope so. But yes, because I know there's a bunch of people that I want to still meet, and hopefully some of that's coming up in the future here. So
Yeah. When I started,
Hopefully February, all of us will be able to get together.
Yeah. But like when I hit about 600, I was like, wow, I do got a shot at hitting 1,000.
yeah,
I set it for a goal, and thing is I know that once I hit 1,000 to get, and then once it gets watch hours, it's not going to change my life. It's not going to be any different. But it's just at that point you just set it for a goal. Like, okay, I want to reach it, and I'm going to do the stuff it takes to reach it. And even then, again, it's not going to change life, but it's just trying to accomplish something you set out to do.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
The only thing it does too, as you keep, especially if you do like the way that we tend to do it a lot, is we're in a lot of lives
Mhm.
and in the chat. So you're constantly, the people that you talk to and deal with, that list is growing and growing and growing and growing. So the higher you go up, you're dealing and talking with more people. So sometimes you have less time for each person.
Mhm.
You're dealing and talking, and you're spending more time than ever trying to talk to people, helping people, and everything else. But the individual time per person is just spread so far.
And,
But that is about the only difference.
sometimes I'll purposely search just live streams and try to go. I still need to be interested in whatever it is they're talking about, but it's way outside of the fishing community. And then I run into Stan there.
Yeah, you never know where you're going to find me. That's right.
And there's others too. There's others. I've went into some live streams thinking there's not going to be anybody I know in here, and then all of a sudden somebody will be like, "Hey, hooks and hammocks."
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap!
I do the same thing because I got the fin side of my stuff, and I still got the fine side, and I'm in some of the fine stuff, those chats and stuff, and I'm seeing people from the fishing community. I'm like, oh, good to see you here. You know,
Hooks, what are you doing over here in the origami flower section?
How is the fine side of your channel going?
it's good. I haven't been out lately, so a lot of my stuff lately has been the fin stuff. But as it cools off here, I'm gonna get out a lot more. I hate getting out there in the heat digging in the ground, and the ground gets hard if it's dry, and so that's mainly a fall winter hobby for me in a way.
Well, kind of go over that a little bit because a lot of people don't know about that side. What are you? I know a lot of people don't know. You actually metal detect on your side of that channel. Do you Are you searching certain areas to find certain relics, or are you just going out?
It just depends. I mean, I like hunting old parks, old courthouses for silver coins, old coins, and then I do relic hunting. I've Civil War relic hunting. I've had a few of my recent videos was with my nephew. He's got a YouTube channel with like 30,000 subs right now, and we've done a few hunts together where we're hunting the Oregon Trail up in Nebraska that goes through there, finding old, relics and old coins and stuff. So I'll do a little bit of anything. It's just love getting out there and finding history. I mean, it's just amazing what's in the ground if you look for it. Mm-hmm. But I've been detecting since I think my first detector I bought was like in 1985, and I got hooked on it then with my dad, and I've been doing it ever since.
Bob, I got to tell you. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to tell Bob, if you find anything valuable, it's probably because I dropped it.
I get if I'm hunting the beaches a lot, I get a lot. If you find a gold ring, it's mine. I'm like, no. Unless you can ID it perfectly. I'd be happy to give it to you. But if you can't, no, it's mine.
I love doing the beaches. I've done that. When I say a beginner, I mean beginner. I started with the $30 detector that you get it, and I don't recommend that, but hey, it was on sale. I had a coupon. I think I paid $20 for it at Harbor Freight. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Just going out there, and when you just start, you get excited finding bottle caps, and we actually were like seeing how many different beer caps we could find. We had like Corona and Bud, and we were just getting excited about that. We just had a blast with it, and
then, right area, like my last trip. But I used to live in South Carolina, and my last trip to Myrtle Beach, we went for 2 days, little weekend, and I found 4 gold rings that weekend. It's just you never know. And I love gold mining. I don't know if Patriot James is in here. I know he likes gold mining, but like this wedding ring here of mine, I had made from gold I panned out of river in Georgia.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
Me, she's my fiance at the time. We spent a weekend up there and hit a good spot in the Yahoo Creek in Dahlonega, Georgia, and had enough gold. And I knew a guy up there who makes rings with gold, and said, here's what I want, and sized it. And, a few weeks later, I went to pick that up, and I've had my finger ever since. So it's just, stuff like that. It just makes this, this ring so much more special than, a store-bought ring that most people are wearing, This one's very special because every tiny little bitty speck and flake of gold, went into making this ring that I found myself, that God put there, getting his earth. It's a cool thing to have that on my finger like that.
Yeah, that is something that I've always been interested in. Never really went out there and do it, but maybe that's something in the future.
Yeah.
Like I said, even just taking that cheap metal detector and going out there and just finding bottle caps was fun, just getting started. Yeah. And I'm sure as you get going, as the more advanced you get with your equipment, it's easier. Like you can actually detect the different metals based on the sound. Is that correct?
Yeah. But then the history behind it, like me and my nephew were hunting private property over in Nebraska where the Oregon Trail went through. And you could still see on this guy's property part of the ruts from the Oregon Trail. And I was hunting one spot right in the rut, and I get a signal, and I dig a Civil War infantry button out of there. So and it was flattened. So I'm like, here's a button. And I found a lot of buttons, it's not that huge a deal. But this one was, just flattened as can be. So here's a Civil War button lost by a soldier right on the Oregon Trail that a wagon actually smushed, got squished like that. And how many people have a button like that, that was actually squished by a wagon on the Oregon Trail? I mean, that's like a one of a kind find for me. I'll never find something like that again. And it's just those little cool things like that just make it a really special hobby to me.
So that's something, Stan, and anybody else that does a lot of bank fishing. If you find, get whatever you can afford, something that detects, metal detector, and when you're out fishing, search that area you're fishing in. As long as you have the permission to do it.
Yeah, if you're in the right area, you'll be surprised. Like, I got a buddy who would hunt in the rivers. He was hunting a river up near where a Civil War spot was, and I mean, he dug pounds of lead, just Civil War mini balls. I mean, just because they collect in the river, they'll collect in there and certain spots. And he found a few old coins. He got a cannonball out of that river, and just, people probably fished there for years and thinking about the fish there didn't realize how much history is right in front of them under the water.
Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
You could have sinkers made out of Civil War lead.
That's crazy. Yeah, especially here in Virginia, with the history-rich Virginia here, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's and how many times I'm out there, and sometimes I'll think about it, but other times you're right. You're just out there. Okay, I want to get this. This is the hole I want to fish, and there's so much history just right there at your feet. It's awesome to think about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of crossover. I got a lot of crossover people that enjoy my channel for both reasons. They love the finds videos, I love the fins videos, and that's pretty cool. And then I've got some people who don't. Sometimes I'll put up a fins video and I'll lose 2 subs right away because I think that's the people who don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Or I'll put a finds video and I lose subs, and that's why they say niche down, do this and that. And I know I could probably grow each channel bigger if it was separate, but like I said, it's not me. I'm
Your fins and finds.
Fins and finds, and if my channel never gets as big as it could be because I got them together, then so be it. I'm not doing this, for the money, but there's enough people out there that enjoy both. So
I saw
I was gonna say,
Dan
with both, I think you're gonna get there. It's gonna push it even higher and higher because you're gonna get from both sides, definitely.
right, yeah.
So Dan was asking about, submerging the coil of those detectors. I think most of those you can get the coils wet as long as you don't go up where the electronics are on the shaft.
Now I could, submerge fully. I've had some that I could take 200 feet deep. The one I use, I've got 2 right now. I use for land hunting, but they're both submersible up to, I think one's up to 30 feet, one's up to like 8 feet. So yeah, you could dunk the whole thing if you get a good quality one. But yeah, some of them you can't, but most of them will at least have the surge coil that's submersible at least.
That's what I was thinking. Some of the cheaper ones you can get the coil wet, but
Right.
nothing else.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's but I love them both, and the guy, like, if you've seen a lot of my fishing videos, like my PB catfish, the guy that's in that video with me, he's been in my crappie videos and stuff. We actually met metal detecting. That's how I met him.
No, Bob said crappie videos, not his crappy videos.
Yeah.
Because his videos aren't crappy. He said crappie.
Yeah. I do multi-species stuff. But yeah, that's my buddy Ray, and we detected for a lot of years together, and he likes to fish too, so it's like that's what we do together. We get together. Hopefully, he's been real busy. He's with logging and stuff, but we'll like, what do you want to do? Metal detector fish, and sometimes we'll do both. But it's just it's good having a partner, a buddy like that likes both things, and we've done both in one day before. So
Yeah, just like Chris was saying, that's never thought of that, Chris. That's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
One thing go ahead.
I bought a cheap detector 3 or 4 years back because I was going to start going out and trying to find some stuff, and played around with it. It was fun at first, but I think at the time we still had a motorcycle, stuff like that or something. I was doing other things, and it kind of got pushed to the side and started collecting dust, and I ended up selling it. But it's something I've always been interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, start watching some of the bigger YouTube channels with the metal detecting. And like especially like my nephew down south detecting, he's got a great channel, and you watch enough of those, it's that's kind of how he got hooked. He started watching videos because I took him when he first was like, I think the first time I took him he was 9 years old, and of course didn't get on. Took him when he was like 14 and not much, and then I think when he was like 17 in college or 18 in college or whatever, he started watching some of my videos that I posted back in like 2011, 2012 on a different channel. And like those, found other people, and it just hooked him. And look who he's now. I mean, 30,000 subs on his own channel. It's just pretty amazing. Hi, Bex.
Hey guys,
Bex
what's going
in
on?
the house.
Bob,
up,
I was
Bex?
thinking about how you guys doing. I feel like there's a lot of similar stuff to treasure hunting and fishing, right? Like there's a lot of time put in and a lot of like skunks or a lot of,
Yep.
just waiting for that right moment. And then all of a sudden, you come across something. I love some of those channels out there. There's Bondi Treasure Hunters, one I watched. There's Sci-Fi's a Mudlarker, there's magnet fishing, metal detecting, mudlarking. There's some cool stuff out there.
Whether you're searching for, old coins, or relics, or fish, it's still about the thrill of the hunt. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. And a lot of people say, well, do you sell your finds or you show your finds off? I'm like, I had a video recently where I found a dragoon button. It's kind of a rare type of button, going back to the Civil War era. And I've been wanting to find one for years. And that trip, the video is all about me trying to find one. And I finally found one at the very end of that trip. And you would think that I would have it like in a display case. No, it sat in the glove box of my truck for almost 2 months. Because it wasn't about the button. It was about the search for it, That was what it was all about.
Yeah.
And what better?
I gotta jump out. So thanks for having me up. It was fun talking with you guys, but I got to jump out.
Chris.
Good to see you,
Bye,
Chris.
Chris.
All right, Chris.
And
Well, hey, Chris, we'll holler at you later.
talk about a cool way to learn history. You find something and it's like, what is this?
Exactly.
This, and
Right.
you start going, I gotta find out what this is, and the excitement of that would just be unbelievable. That's
Well, even with the coins, like not many people know there was a 2-cent coin back in the 1860s. And the first one I ever found was back, I think in 1990. I was hunting an old spot up in Woodstock, Illinois. And I never even knew what a 2-cent coin was, but I dig it up and you see United States of America 2 cent, and you're like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And then you look it up and find the history of why they did the 2-cent coins, and find that they only made for like 6 or 7 years, and it's really neat.
I've also noticed this with like and it's probably the same with what you do, but like when I'm looking at maps of fishing locations, particularly rivers, I'll look at like what it used to look like historically,
Mhm.
right? Like there's places in DC that didn't exist,
Right.
30 years ago, river-wise. And I imagine as you're going out there thinking about, okay, where am I gonna,
Oh, yeah.
start
There
detecting?
are a lot of maps online where you're taking the new map, overlaying the old map, and seeing how things have changed. And oh, this is just a field here now, but in 1889 there was a house there. We do a lot of that kind of stuff too. Yep. And for Dan's question,
Dan's got a question.
it depends on the size of the target, but for like a coin size object, I found my deepest silver $half was about 13 inches. I found that in Enid, Oklahoma at a park. It was
Wow.
1890 something, $half. But most of the coin stuff you're looking at, for a deep one, what people consider deep, it's 6 to 9 inches. But if it's a bigger target like a cannonball, you can dig those things up, 2 feet deep. You got a good detector.
one of the things I used to do when I was younger. A lot younger, was we used to snorkel down the river. We'd snorkel the river. We'd just like a canoe or a float tube. We'd get dropped off at a certain point upriver and snorkel all the way down. And between the lures that we'd find, you'd find necklaces, ring. Just all kinds of stuff. And we'd do similar type. That's what we were out there looking for. But we'd also do things. We'd have a small fishing rod under the water with us, and actually see how fish react. We'd go by, where they're in cover, and float a little bait down there right by it and actually watch the fish. And so that was always a lot of fun. We used to do that quite a bit, snorkeling down the rivers. And that was the Delaware River. Speaking of history, up in New York and
That's history.
Pennsylvania up there.
And that stuff, like I said, collects stuff over the years, and deposit in pockets. Like gold gets deposited in pockets, and I mean, you might hit one little spot, and all of a sudden you got just all kinds of crazy stuff. So it just there's so much history in all these areas, and some people just don't take it, take it for granted that it's just some fish here. But man, like I said, I've been in a lot of river systems where I could sit there and catch me a big 30-pound flathead out of this river, or I could find me a cannonball. It just depends on what I want to do.
Win-win. Either way.
You have a field day.
It is really neat.
You have a field day around here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many good
Especially
spots.
with a lot of our Civil War. Oh, we've got a special guest coming in. You're all going to know exactly who he is.
Hey.
Mayor is our very, very special guest. To talk some tackle with us.
What did I miss? What are you guys talking about?
Well, we're talking
We're talking about metal taking right now.
We have been talking about everything from Bob Fins and Fines, getting him to 1K for his Fish-A-Wish tournament that's coming up on the September 18th. Everything that's raised during that tournament is donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've been talking from that to tackle to the other half of his channel with he does metal detecting and things like that. So it's been a wide variety of topics tonight.
Yeah. I'm just taking note of how Kelly introduced me versus Muddy River.
I didn't even think I got introduced at all. So
well, Beck's mind was there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Well, that's awesome. I actually do have one video of a treasure hunt. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it or not. You guys are talking about treasure hunting and stuff. Over here in New Mexico, we had a guy named Forrest Finn, and he was an art dealer, an antique dealer in Santa Fe, and he did quite well doing his business, and one day decided to hide $2.1 million worth of gold nuggets and coins and rubies and sapphires and trinkets and whatnot in somewhere in the Rocky Mountain range. He didn't say exactly where. And then he left a poem. He wrote a poem that said, if you follow the poem and decipher it, you'll find the treasure. And it was pretty cool. I heard about it. I didn't really look into it too much, but my buddy Drew got real into it. If you guys remember Drew from some of my videos, and he hit me up one day and he's like, man, I think I got it pegged, man. And he'd read the poem and he'd run it by me, and like, you know what? It seems legit, There was a phrase that said, begin where warm waters halt. And a lot of people were thinking hot springs and stuff like that. Well, he came up with where's the border for warm waters versus cold waters when it comes to fishing. And here in New Mexico on the northern side, there's an actual interstate where that interstate crosses warm waters halt, meaning that from that interstate north, it becomes cold water trout and whatnot. And from there down, it's warm water fishing. I said, hey, that makes sense. So we put this whole puzzle together. He convinced me. We took a road trip out. We went hiking all over these mountains. Had a good old time, and we didn't find it. Even though Drew thinks I found it, because not too long after that, I bought my truck and I bought my boat, and I don't know. Yeah, it was fun.
You just hid it under your shirt.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, Drew, I don't know. I didn't find anything in there.
Forrest's idea was to get people out there to just enjoy the outdoors, and he did do that. A lot of people went out looking for this, and it became a big thing. And it was recently found, and then Forrest right after that passed away. It was
Mhm.
interesting. But yeah, look up that Forrest Fenn. It's a pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
I saw the when they posted when it was found. You know, the opening the
Yeah.
thing up and what was in there. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, what's your opinion on Expedition Unknown? Are you familiar with that channel, that show? It's
Nope,
this
I'm not.
guy, Josh.
Josh
I forget
Gates.
his last name. Josh
Gates.
Gates. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
And
love
he
it.
does all that kind of stuff. He looks for like treasure and stuff like that. And I think he did what Chris is talking about. He
Yeah.
did an
Mhm.
episode on it.
Yep.
A lot of those big treasures like
Yeah.
Oak Island and stuff, that's out of my league money wise. I go in the local park and find a silver dime. I'm happy. You know, it doesn't take much. Just like I go out and just catch a bluegill, I'm happy too. You know, it's like, you know, Chris said, it's just being out there. That's what it is. You know, just the thrill of the hunt, and being out there, and whether it's a skunk day or I find something or I catch something, it's just every day's a success because I'm alive. You know, I'm still breathing, and I had fun. And that's all
I
that
can
matters,
personally guarantee that there is no, and I mean, there's no better medicine than being outside in God's greatest creation, just out there enjoying yourself, getting that fresh air, getting that sunlight.
Yep.
Just out there and just get out there. Even if you got to start getting out there just by going out on your porch.
Right.
Just get up and just do that. Just get out there. It's unbelievable what that can do for you.
And just being out there and appreciating what is out
100%.
there, you know, and that's what it's all about to me. And
also like, oh, sorry, I think I had a lag there.
No, go ahead, Bex.
I was just gonna say, for me, it's like it's a resettling my place in the order of things, right? Like I feel like sometimes we get really caught up in ourselves and our own, like what's going on and how important we must be, right? When I'm out in nature, I remember that like actually like I am just a small part of everything that's going on, you know? It just kind of like allows me to put my life in.
No, that's a good point. Definitely a good point. And like, you know, the Fish Wish tournament, I've been so caught up in this and just on my mind constantly. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm gonna spend 4 days at Table Rock Lake, and I don't want to think about, you know, tournament, nothing. I just want to go out there and enjoy time with my wife. She's got the weekend off, and hopefully catch a few flatheads. And you know, if not, I'm gonna just take wherever she wants. If she wants to go to this restaurant on the lake, I'm gonna go around and gonna just spend some quality time with her and have fun. But hopefully,
just don't do a Chris Flores and go jump in the water.
Yeah, but at least Table Rock, I got like 20-foot visibility. You know, that boy, he went 2 foot down and he's gone. Like, where's Chris?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I think we have all seen the depths and literally the depths that Chris will go to land a fish.
It's like swimming in chocolate milk.
And unfortunately, Chris has to guide the weekend of the tournament. He was invited to fish, but he couldn't make it. But I understand.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
Yeah. But he's, you know.
So since I've got you on here, Chris, and we're kind of going over a little bit of tackles, kind of open mic deal. We've got tournaments coming up. What are your thoughts and advice to a lot of these men and women that are coming up on these tournaments when it comes to tackle?
Yeah, you know, one of the most versatile rigs that I came up with, I have it on a video somewhere. I'm actually sitting in my boat. I don't have it rigged up, but hold on. Let's see. Guiding, sometimes, I mean, it's just like tournament fishing. You got a plan, like Mike Tyson says. Everybody has a plan till you get punched in the face, right? So it's the same kind of concept. You're out there fishing, and you know, I got it in my head. I'm going to drag baits, and I'm going to do this and that, and life is good. And then I get out there and I'm dragging bait. It's happening. And then I'm thinking, man, well, maybe I need to anchor up. And so I don't have to re-rig so much. Let me flip this camera.
Kelly, why don't you give him the
I'm
Can you-
going to
Here.
give him the
married to.
I'm not gonna flip it, but I'll show you right here real quick. So this little clip has done wonders for me. What I do, I put a on top of this clip. On top of this clip, I'll put a bobber stop with a bead, and then I use those the sinker slides that are from Rig Wrap, the ones that you can put on your line without having to cut. So if I need to switch to like a bobber rig or something with a sinker slide, I can put that on there and use it. The bobber stop is set up so that I can change out anything below this clip. I can change out to, I can do like a bottom fishing rig, or I can set up for my bobber, or I can do my dragging setup. I can fish any way I want. Just clip, unclip, and reclip. And then having the bobber stop up here on top and that easy slide on top, I can do anything I want to do, and it's quick and painless. So instead of retying your rig, you've got that set up and you can change on the fly. So that's one thing I would do if I'm fishing a tournament, is have a setup that's versatile.
That is some great advice.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I have one of those easy clips. I don't know if you guys have seen them or not, but Rig Wrap sells them. So let me show you the difference in these two. So this one is this is the regular sinker slide, and you have to run your line through that little hole. Let me see. You guys can see that. So that's your basic slide,
Make it
right?
simple.
And then the easy slide,
There you go.
the easy slide is not. So you can weave your line through there. And then
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. So bobber stop and a bead on top of that little clip. That's all you need. And then you clip that on below the bead. And if you're using like my style bobber, which is a clip-on bobber, now you're bobber fishing. You know, you just put an inline lead with a hook. You know, you're good to go. Take that off. Put on a high-low rig like I have right there, and you're bottom fishing. Or you put your dragging weight on with the demon dragon, and you're dragging bait. So
That's cool.
that's how I do it.
That's really
Words
cool.
of wisdom. There we go.
Yep, absolutely.
I like it.
Michael Murillo is saying, "Who's that guy?"
It's like, we don't know who he is.
Awesome.
Chris, I
Lance.
appreciate you coming on here, man. I know it was last minute sending that out to you. We've been talking back and forth trying to get you on here to do a full tackle talk, which we'll eventually get there. We'll just do a whole show of it, but I appreciate you jumping in, kind of giving advice a little bit.
Not a problem at all. I know you've been trying to get me on your show for a while, and I've just been super busy. But I saw that pop up. I thought I'll run out, jump on there real quick, and show some love and support, and because you guys are always supporting me, so I appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate
And Chris,
it.
that's one of the things that a lot of us have a lot of respect for you, is that you started in the same spot we did. You kept at it. You work hard. You put out great content. It's a passion for you, and you still to this day take the time to come in and say hello to all of us. And you're always there, willing if we have a question or somebody wants to talk to you. I know I've talked to you even before, and it's just awesome that you still do that, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Santa. I appreciate you saying that. Now that it's on video, I can show it to Fran and say, hey, look, see, I'm not ignoring you. I'm showing you guys some support.
Well, anything I
have
can
a
do to help,
question
Chris,
for you.
always glad to help.
I have a question for you, Chris.
What, Bex?
All right, so Muddy River Blue Cat rod.
Yes.
What if you had could pick any size sinker? What size sinker would be that's the one I'm going to match up with it?
I think it honestly depends on where you're fishing. Are you fishing? Are you river fishing? How much current do you have? Are you bank fishing? Are you trying to get some distance on your cast? There's all kinds of stuff that goes into having a sinker on there. But ideally for me, I'm fishing current, some current when I'm in my little ditch, and then I'm fishing in my reservoir, which has really no current. And I mainly use 4 ounces of lead. 4 ounces of lead is a little bit overkill maybe, but it does allow me distance when I'm casting so I can fan out around the boat. When I'm fishing in the current, it's enough lead to hold my bait where I'm at. So for me, that's a safe lead to play with. Like if I was going to go buy a bunch of lead, I'd probably buy a bunch of 4 ounce. But that's just me. Every water is different, So you may have a fast current where 8 ounces isn't going to be enough. But if you're throwing 8 ounces of lead with that Blue Cat rod, it'll handle it. So.
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
it will.
I was fishing the Mississippi with Quentin from Catfish Karma one time, and that thing he said it was like 36 feet over the bank, and that thing was ripping. We were suspending, I think it was 36 or 32 ounces of lead on a Blue Cat rod just to hold those baits down. I mean, that rod was bowed, but we were doing it.
Yeah.
So
That's
So
awesome.
Chris has always been one to help people. I know he doesn't remember this, but I met him at the 2019 Catfish Conference before I even had a YouTube channel, anything like that. But I was just looking for rods and getting questions. And I mean, any question about rods, he was there to answer it. I learned a lot that day, and I thank him for that from 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever that was. Just, you've always willing to help people. And it showed even, back then and way back before that. So
thank you.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna
as catfishermen,
pretty quick. Any last questions for me before I head out of here?
Well, you got any insight on
Yeah.
conferences coming up?
Catfish Conference, one in Kansas City in November. I think it's was it the weekend before Thanksgiving? I think is what it is. I'm gonna do everything I can to be there, and I should have all my rods in stock by then, if all goes as planned. So it's gonna be exciting. And then of course the Louisville in February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to make them both. Hope to see
Yep.
some of you guys out there, at least not all of you.
I got a question for Chris. How do you squeeze
Absolutely.
48 hours worth of things into a 24-hour day every day?
Man, you just gotta stay motivated, man, and look at the bigger picture at the end of it. We were so swamped with work. I was doing 2 remodels in one day. I'd work about 7:30 a.m. to noon, take an hour lunch, and then work 1 to 7 or 8 on the second job. Come back and pack rods and orders and ship all that in the morning, and then go guide on the weekends. But I feel like I'm working part-time now because I got caught up and I actually get off of work like about 3 o'clock, so I'm like, what do I do? But no, I think at the end of the day, it's going to pay off. My goal is to work hard now, build up a guide service, build up my online products, and of course the YouTube channel. So that way I can cut back on the construction, the physical labor part of it, and just enjoy my time taking people fishing and sharing that passion with other people, So hopefully one day I'll have a house at the lake and just kind of live there and enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Gotta have goals. That's how you get where you want to get.
And I think
I just got a question. Says, how many times will you jump in the water to land a fish?
You'd be surprised, man. I took the family out fishing the other day, and the fish went underneath the log, and I was ready to jump in, but I managed to reach down and work them free with my hands, so I didn't have to get in. Even Fran was saying, well, you got him from his Paulo. Why don't you get him from me? But yeah, there's quite a few times that I've jumped in. Now, the other thing I do want to say, and I know there's this last video where I jumped in, and some people who don't know my channel are starting to comment about how crazy and dumb and whatnot it is for me to have done that. But I've been fishing that stretch of river for over 20 years, and I know every nook, cranny, stump, everything. And if I ever for 1 second felt that I would be in danger of my life, I'd never do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting in there to me is like getting in a hot tub and, kick it back. It's no different. I'm 100% confident. I'm 100% safe, knowing where I'm at and what I'm doing. Now, do I recommend anybody do it? No, I don't. But like I said, I know every little stump in that place. So, yeah, that's the only reason I do it.
Right, and I think Chris brings up a good point with that. Know your surroundings. Get familiar with when you're going out in the boats. Yeah. Know what the dangers are in that stretch of water you're fishing in. Know what can come down. Know what could happen. Be familiar with the spots, even on the bank. Be familiar with the spots that you're fishing, and that over time on the water you'll learn all those things, and that's a good point that he brought up. Catfish Heroes. Catfish Heroes said,
you're bringing chicken.
Tim wants to know if I'm bringing the chicken. I'll bring the chicken. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
He said for snack, not bait.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's this chicken place that opened up over here where I fish, and I tell you, man, it's the greatest thing they ever done, because I just pull up, order like a 12-piece chicken, throw it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the cooler, and man, we're set for dinner, And before it's like, I got my choice of tacos or burgers, and it's either one is kind of messy to eat on a boat, Catfish Heroes, what they
I think
say?
this is what you were talking about, Sam.
Oh yeah, the WD-40, man. I got so much slack over that video. I think most people just read the title and then they comment, and then someone want to spray me down with WD-40. Someone want to come kill me, and I'm like, dude, watch the video. I'm actually discouraging people from using it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That truck, the narrow escape.
Yeah, and I think like Kelly, as you were saying, like with the comment on or the whatever happened with, I don't even know what happened with the whole troll situation on my channel on Saturday, but I did get an email too, and you were just mentioning, Chris, about like the various different levels of from joy to hate you can get in terms of YouTube. And one thing I will say is that the joy outweighs the negative. And I always just try and remember, like, people are hurting, and that's why they lash out, and I just try and remember that for myself. That helps.
Right. When I started out on YouTube, and to this day, not as much as I've learned a tolerance, but I mean, you give everything when you put out a video. It's all, you want to do your best to make it the best possible your ability, and then when you get dislikes or negative comments, it's personal. It's like, well, what did I do wrong? It's better to understand why this person doesn't see what I see. And the best thing that I can tell you is just blow it off. Just blow it off. Don't even sweat it, because at the end of the day, for every one person that's hating on you, you've got 10 times the amount loving what you're doing and supporting you. If you that one hater going to be in, but it's not worth it. It's never worth it. I've had so many people that come up to me and share stories and stuff of how my videos have brought them together with their dad or with their son, or they've they've changed people's lives in certain ways that I would have never imagined. So for one guy come to tell me that I'm dumb and that I don't know what I'm doing, or that I'm the dumbest fisherman they've ever seen, or whatever, it's irrelevant, So
I'll be right back.
Keep in mind the bigger picture, that you're doing way more good than bad. Guys that are hating can hate on one.
It's excellent advice.
It's like Sean with Catfish Heroes said, if you made it, if you got haters.
Yeah. I've got 7 that like Foster. Just right away, just like my
I want some haters.
yeah.
Bob, I didn't like that thing you did the other day.
I need some.
Yeah, I'll send you mine. You may not like what he says, but I'll send you mine.
As long as
Especially when he starts attacking you. Especially when he starts attacking your personal email address.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's what actually upset me more was that I heard that he had reached out to other people, and I was like, well, come on.
Oh yeah,
my friends
not
alone.
just me. I mean, not just me. I think he went after. I don't even know if he went after Kevin with Palmetto or not, because he named him in with all of it. You. I mean, I don't know who all else he went after. I mean, he literally went after a lot of us, attacking a lot of us.
If he put me,
He just.
I'll talk to him.
I can send you his YouTube link. You can do whatever you want to with him.
Yeah.
And it's funny. He has no videos. He has no content. No nothing. So to me, he's like he's calling all of us fake and unoriginal and all this stuff. I'm turning on, dude. You have no leg to stand on because you're not out there doing what we're doing. We're all working full-time jobs, turning around, taking care of our family when we get home, but also going out there and putting content out too.
Right.
I mean, we're squeezing in content, fishing and all that stuff. And what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
But that's the point I was trying to make though, is that like that person's like, yeah, what they said was completely inappropriate, right? But they're clearly hurting, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're clearly hurting. So the way I move forward is like, you know, I hope the best for them. I hope they find the help they need.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Hey, all I can say is I won a giveaway. So that made my day no matter who this person was and what he's going to say from here on out.
Right.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like Beck says, you never know what someone's going through, and a lot of times they lash out, and even though it's negative, they may just still need some type of attention, and that's their form of getting it. So you can either feed into it, or you can just leave it alone. And I always trust me, there's times that I've typed that big old long, drawn-out response telling somebody exactly what I'm thinking, and there's no point. You got to be a better person.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Agree.
getting back to all the tackle stuff, I mean, it's. Are you getting on here? All right. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming on here.
Absolutely. I appreciate all you guys. They're love and support always, man. I'll be here for you guys as much as I can. Everything I can do to support you guys. You need me, I'm just a message or a phone call or an email away.
We appreciate it.
Well, all right.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night, the rest of the night, and we'll see you on the next one.
Sounds good. See you.
Bye, guys.
See ya. All right, guys. Don't forget, Roger with Bushcraft's coming on next in about 5 more minutes. Make sure I want everybody to be over there supporting that. It's another great cause. Another one of our community people in his area is hurting right now. Needs show some love and some support. So definitely go over there and help him out with that. So with that saying, I know I've got about 4 more minutes, guys. Appreciate it. Bob, appreciate it. Everybody make sure you go there and hit him up on his page for Fish a Wish on his page and also on Facebook. Check out Bex with No Real Loss. Now hitting 1K, some new content going to be coming out, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Stan, the mayor of our community. So.
Well, Kelly, thanks for having us on. I appreciate this opportunity to,
Oh, no problem, guys. Hey, that's what it's for. I wanted this one to be just open about anything, tackle anything, and I'm glad you were doing this at the same time, so that way we can get you on and actually talk about it.
Yeah.
I really want to push that a lot more.
Thanks so much.
I tell you,
Yeah, it's
sometimes
awesome.
these open mic kind of shows are some of my favorites because you actually get to find out and you can talk about what some people out in chat want to talk about, what's going on and current things that are happening that, you know, if you're trying to plan a show out, you don't really have time to plan it, and really can get some good information out there. And you can have surprise guests pop up like Mr. Chris Flores, and you know, it's just awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
Well, say hi to
appreciate
Trey.
you all coming on. Appreciate it, chat.
I was going to say, Fish
what?
Eggs. Say hi to Trey out there.
And
Yeah, there's Trey.
one
Everybody.
little plug from the people I see out there in chat.
Oh.
This Friday morning, we've got John Real Time, the Takedown Tower, Real Time John Parker versus James K., the heavyweight from up the Baltimore way, going to be fishing the Potomac River. They're going to be going against one another. We're going to have the showdown of the century this Friday morning at 7 a.m. And they need a big person to get in the middle of it because so there's we keep everybody kind of safe. That'll be on Two Stands Fishing Channel this Friday morning at 7 a.m. Y'all don't want to miss that one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yep. And I may not be going live this Thursday fishing from the creek again. I figured I need to redeem myself and get back out there in the creek. So we're
I'll be
definitely
live
going to be hitting the
Thursday.
creek. I don't know if I'm going to be in it or I'm going to be on the boat. Don't know yet.
I'm going to go live
So if I'm on the boat,
Thursday.
I don't have signal. Yeah, get your bait for the weekend. I'm actually going after some bass. I'm really going to target some bass this week.
I got to fill the bait tank with bluegill, and I'm going to go live while I do that and just chat because I'll be on the boat alone. And if I go live, then I'll have company. So it's kind of
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
So appreciate y'all coming in, Bex, Stan, Bob. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Share the video out. Make sure you go over to Muskrat and show him some love. And the minnow duckers are going to be in there. Mr. Minnow Dunker is going to be in there chatting up. So we'll catch y'all later on the next live.
Awesome.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Kelly.
Peace.
See you next show.
I appreciate it.